Today I just have a challenge. My challenge to you is, how far are you willing to go to get to know yourself, to give birth to who you are meant to be? What are you willing to sacrifice? Are you willing to question every assumption that you ever made about who you are and why you're here? If not, then you really need to consider the definition of self-love. Self-love is not just something that we're automatically born knowing how to do. Self-love, especially in a world where so much is commercialized, and in a world where, as women, we're taught that our value is dependent upon being in a relationship or dependent upon being validated by someone, whether it be our parents, our spouse, our children, our job. My question to you is, what are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to kill off in order for you to be born? Because the truth is, we are each infinitely gifted. We are each infinitely loved. We are each infinitely capable of more than we even realize. But it all depends upon whether or not we are willing to sacrifice and let go of the things that we have allowed to define us, the people that we have allowed to define us, the relationships that we have allowed to define us, the religions that we have allowed to define us. We are none of those things. We are souls, and we have a purpose here. However, growth never happens in your comfort zone. So what are you willing to sacrifice? What are you willing to give? What toxic relationships need to be released? What toxic beliefs do you harbor within yourself? My challenge to you today is to take an inventory and ask yourself, am I happy? Am I where I am destined to be? Am I reaching my full potential? My deep belief is that when we leave this physical plane, we have a time of reckoning. We are asked whether or not we use the gifts that were given to us. And if we didn't use those gifts that were given to us, we have an explanation that needs to be given. However, I don't think anyone would ever want to reach the point where they're meeting their creator and they have to explain why they never fulfilled their potential. So again, my question to you is, what is in your life that's been holding on by a thread? What is in your life that you have been justifying? What is in your life that you've been bending over backward to try to keep alive, knowing within yourself that it wasn't the right thing to do? Self-love means honoring your truth. And sometimes we have forgotten our truth. We don't even know what our own truth is. Our truth is unrecognizable to us over the loud sounds and voices and expectations and stories and beliefs and excuses that we allow to pervade our consciousness. You have the power. Only you have the power. We are not given the ability to change anyone else. We're only given the ability to change ourselves. And by virtue of changing ourselves, we change the course of history. So again, what's blocking you? What's holding you back? What are you holding on to that you need to allow to die? With that, I'll end, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Goodbye.